Welcome to today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video, where we are taking a look at the card Yosenju Kama, also known in English as Yosenju Kama 3. It is a Beast Warrior Wind Attribute monster, level 4, 1500 attack and 800 defense, one of the three brothers of the Yosenju archetype, an archetype that I quite like and I've used quite a bit in recent tournaments as well, even topping once and near topping a second time. This is its effect. If this card is normal summoned, you can activate its effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Yosenju from your hand except Yosenju Kama 3. Note that because it's not normal summon as part of the effect, but you're just able to do it right after, shows that it is a summon that can be negated by something like, I don't know, Evil Tsar Lagia, Solemn Judgment. Solemn Warning could hit it either way, because it can also hit effect activations at sub-summons. Solemn Judgment, Lagia, and stuff can also negate this. When another Yosenju monster you control, note, this can also be a second Yosenju Kama 3. This is only something I realized recently. If another Yosenju monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add one Yosenju card from your deck to your hand. Yosenju card. So can also be a spell or trap. You can only use this effect like Yosenju Kama 3 once per turn. During the end phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, return it to the hand. Now, how can you use this? Well, you generally want it alongside of its brothers. Let's say the opponent has one big monster on the field. Let's say it's Blue Eyes White Dragon, because I use that example so much because it just comes up first. Blue Eyes White Dragon, this thing on the field, 1500 attack, you can't really beat it. So, what do? You play it alongside first brother, Yosenju Kama 1. You normal summon 1, because like the extra summon effect, they all have that, and also the return to hand effect they all have. It's the middle effect that's different. Yosenju Kama 1, then 3, or 3, then 1. Let's say you just have those two. Yosenju Kama 1 uses its effect to get rid of the opponent's monster. They can both direct attack. Doesn't really matter in which order you attack, but when the other monster, in this case Kama 1, attacks directly, you can activate 3's effect and then add possibly the third brother to the hand, Yosenju Kama 2. This thing can also be nicely combined with Kama 3. Let's say you just have 3 and 2. And the opponent has a monster like Blue Eyes that you can't get over. What do? Well, you maybe can't destroy it, although you could Xyz, but in Yosenju I don't really do that a lot, because then you lose your like summoning abilities, and like generally you'd need another Yosenju for your effects to go off, so and you don't like that, like you don't like not having a second Yosenju or more. So what you could do is summon Yosenju Kama 2 and Kama 3. Kama 2's effect allows it to attack directly even if the opponent has a monster. Sure, only half the damage of what Kama 2's attack is, so generally that'll be 900, 950 if like Fire Information Tenki is up. But it can attack directly. Some damage to the opponent, but what is important as well is it is battle damage to the opponent by battle by one of your monsters. So Kama 3's effect will be able to go off. You will be able to get Kama 1. You can't normal summon it that turn anymore, but you could save it for a following turn. And since Kama 3 and 2 will probably return to your hand at the end of the turn, you can then summon them and use Kama 1's effect, and then boom, 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 or do whatever else. Kama 3's effect could also add Yosenju Tsujik, a card that can help you survive in battle. Would, let's say, you know that Kama 2's effects was negated by Breakthrough Skill. Not only can't it attack directly, but it also doesn't return to the hand in the end phase. Kama 2 stays on the field, but you have added Tsujik thanks to Kama 3's effects, because, well, you could just attack directly because the opponent didn't have a monster. You can use Tsujik's first effect to help Kama 2 win a certain battle against an opponent. Tsujik's generally just used for an extra 1000 attack as well. Kama 3 could also search for a pendulum monster. Is it Yosenju Shinchu L, I believe it is, that's generally taken. Yosenju... Let's see if I can spell it. Shinchu L, is this how you spell it? Yes, it is. Because, well, you don't really normal summon or set this card, you generally place it in the pendulum zone. Because it doesn't allow, if your Yosenju monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that card instead. So if you have a lot of monsters on the field, you have this one in pendulum zone, and the opponent has mirror force, you can just destroy Shinchu L and your monster fine. Another reason that you would use it is because all these Yosenjus, or pretty much all of them, will return to the hand at the end phase. So during the opponent's turn, you generally don't have any Yosenju cards on the field. Now let's say you don't really run a lot of the Yosenju spell and traps. Then this card, Yosenju Secret Move, a counter trap card, is it just Yosenju Secret Move? I'm just gonna go to the Yosenju page and find it. There it is. Oh, okay, that way. Yosenju Secret Move. When a spell card, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control at least one Yosenju card and all face-up monsters your opponent control are Yosenju monsters, negate the activation if you do destroy the card. Can be very useful in Yosenju. However, if you play Yosenju deck that just has, let's say, the three brothers, Kama 1, 2, 3, and Tsujuk, doesn't really work. So, you can use Kama 3, search for Shinshu L, which you can then place on the field when this is set. Maybe you don't have Kama 3, Kama 2, Kama 1, or Kama 3, Kama 1, Kama 2, or Tsujuk on the field, but because Shinshu L is on the field, with the help of Kama 3, Secret Move can be used. Kama 3 can set you up for a lot of things. For itself, yeah, it doesn't help you deal some extra damage. Yeah, it doesn't get rid of the opponent's monster. I still feel Kama 1 is the most useful because of that effect. Kama 3, with the help of the others, can help you search for a lot of things to make your plays even more dangerous. That is why Kama 3 is also very helpful in the deck. Tips. Let's see what the wiki has to say. Not a lot. Trivia. Based on the Yokai Kamai Tachi. Weasel monster. This trio in particular appears to be modeled with the Hito province's tradition regarding the Kamai Tachi. According to this version of the myth, the Kamai Tachi consists of three brother gods who travel in a group. The first would knock a person down, the second cuts them, and the final pours medicine in the wound to remove the pain. Correspondingly, Kama 3 represents the third member of the Trinity, as it is shown in its art holding a shell-like container of glowing medicine. Appears in Yosenju Secret Move, Yosen Training Ground, the E in Kamai Tachi, which is Kama 1's Japanese name, is 1, Kama ni Tachi, Kama 2, ni, and the mi for Kama mi Tachi, which is Kama 3, is 3. Kama is sickle, and Tachi is great sword. That works for the Japanese names as well. So yeah, that's the healing thing. First one knocks it down, second wound, or was the other way around? I already don't remember. But yeah, based off the Kamai Tachi indeed. Alright, that was the discussion video on Yosenju Kama 3. In a sense, I sort of made it like a discussion video on the archetype, but I feel not really because I didn't go over all the things like Daibak and everything. If I make a discussion video about the entire archetype, then I feel I should discuss every card, whether useful or not. So if you want to see Yosenju, a full Yosenju discussion, let me know. I don't intend to do a lot of archetype discussions, but I know a lot about Yosenju and I play it a lot, so I can definitely do that. This was the video for today. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the Yu-Gi-Oh video tomorrow. Goodbye.